There is a Zen story about an archer. For years he practices, mastering his stance, his breath, his release. He becomes a perfect technician. But his master tells him, "You are not yet an archer. You are a man who is good at shooting arrows." The student is confused. He practices for more years, focusing on his mind, on stillness, on presence. One day, he draws the bow, and there is no thought. There is no target. There is no archer. There is only the flight of the arrow. He has disappeared. The master sees him and says, "Now, you are an archer." He has become the art. Welcome for the last time to the inner game of greatness. We have journeyed through an immense architecture. We have laid the foundation of the winning mind. We have honored the grind of refinement. We have found the eye of the storm. We have learned to mend our breaks with gold. We have woven the invisible thread of teams and architected a legacy. Now, we arrive at the final stage. But it is not a stage. It is a synthesis. It is the point where all the pieces of the architecture, the mindset, the skills, the resilience, the purpose emerge into one seamless, integrated whole. It is the journey of becoming the art itself. This is the architecture of the integrated self. It is a state where you no longer have to try to be focused, resilient, or purposeful. You simply are. The architecture is no longer a blueprint you are consulting. It has become the very structure of your being. The practice has become your character. Let's revisit our framework one last time. An integrated individual moves through all 5 stages of the inner vision architecture effortlessly, like breathing. Their detection is always on. They are constantly, gently aware of their inner state and their environment, not with hypervigilance, but with a soft, open presence. Their filtering system has been consciously and repeatedly refined. They have seen their biases, their limiting beliefs, their defensive patterns so many times that they no longer have the same power. They can see a thought of fear arise and smile at it like an old, familiar friend, without needing to believe it or fight it. Their channels of transmission are wide open. They have a deep trust in their intuition, their gut feelings. They live in a constant, flowing dialogue between their conscious mind and the wisdom of their body and unconscious. Their recognition is swift and compassionate. They can instantly recognize, this is my ego flaring up, or this is that old feeling of scarcity, and by recognizing it, they are not captured by it. And their understanding is profound. They see their own life and the lives of others with a deep sense of context, compassion, and purpose. They understand that everyone is operating from their own architecture, doing the best they can. This leads to a state of profound authenticity. There is no gap between the inner self and the outer self. The mask has been dropped because there is nothing to hide. The need for approval has diminished because validation comes from within, from living in alignment with one's own values and purpose. This is what we see in the greatest masters in their later years. Think of a master musician like Yo-Yo Ma. When he plays, there is no sense of effort or performance. He is not a man playing a cello. He is music itself, flowing through a man and a cello. He has spent a lifetime mastering the technique so that he can forget the technique and simply be the music. This is the paradox. The immense, disciplined, relentless work is all done for the purpose of achieving a state of effortless grace. The architecture is built with tremendous effort so that you can live within it without effort. This is the ultimate competitive advantage, but it is also the source of deep, lasting peace. You are no longer at war with yourself. You are no longer trying to fix your flaws or suppress your weaknesses. You have integrated them. You have understood their purpose. You have put them to work in a constructive way. Your aggression has become your drive. Your sensitivity has become your empathy. Your fear has become your wisdom. You have become a kintsugi master of your own soul. The broken parts have become the source of your greatest beauty and strength. So what is the final practice? There is no final practice. The practice is to live. The practice is to show up each day and engage with the world from this place of integrated awareness. The practice is to keep refining, to keep listening, to keep learning. Not because you are lacking, but because that is the nature of a living, growing thing. The game is never truly won, but you can reach a point where you are no longer afraid of losing. Because you understand that the real purpose of the game was never just to win, but to be transformed by the playing of it. The goal was never to become a perfect player. The goal was to become the game itself, a living embodiment of discipline, presence, resilience, passion, and purpose. You are the architect, and you are the architecture. You are the player, and you are the game. The blueprint is complete, but the building is never finished. It is a living masterpiece, and your life is the art. Thank you for taking this journey. Now go play.